Welcome back. I have charged my camcorder a bit more. I did eat the ice cream from my deep freeze. I start to get tired, so let's need like 10 more minutes. Then I will make a video in my language Danish. I need to charge my camcorder a little bit more.
30 Lightning F.2 at the Militärhistorisches Museum Flugplatz Berlin-Ghetto, Germany. Kuwait, edit. On display. 53418 Lightning F.53 at the Kuwait Science and Natural History Museum, Kuwait City. It can be seen from surrounding buildings and is located at 29.370648 degree N 47.976615 degree. Lightning F.53 at the Abdullah Al Mubarak Air Base. 3 Lightnings von Stanz at El Jabba Air Base. Netherlands, edit. On display. 1XN784 Lightning F.2 are owned by PS Aero in Holland, on display at their facility in Bolo, Saudi Arabia, edit. On display. 1XN770 Lightning F.52 at the Royal Saudi Air Force Museum, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. 2XM989 Lightning T.54 at the main entrance to King Abdulaziz Air Base, Dhahran, Saudi Arabia. 355-716 Lightning T.55 at the Royal Saudi Air Force Museum, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. 4227 Lightning Mark F.53 pylon mounted on static display in a traffic circle outside the main gate of King Faisal Air Base in Tabuk, Saudi Arabia. GPS 28.387229, 36.594182. 5486 Lightning pylon mounted on static display in a traffic circle outside the main gate of Prince Sultan Air Base in Al Kharj, Saudi Arabia. GPS 24.175664, 47.517913. The following are on display but with no public access. 1XG313 Lightning F.1 at the VIP terminal on King Abdulaziz Air Base Dhahran, Saudi Arabia. 2XN767 Lightning F.52 pylon mounted at the Aeromedical Center on King Abdulaziz Air Base Dhahran, Saudi Arabia. 3 Unidentified Lightning at entrance to Taif Heart Mall in downtown Taif, Saudi Arabia. 4224 Lightning Mark F.53 on display at Royal Saudi Air Force, King Khalid Air Base in Khamis Musheit, Saudi Arabia. GPS 18.260764, 42.795216. 5 Unidentified Lightning mounted in a static display on the Royal Saudi Air Force, King Khalid Air Base in Khamis Musheit, Saudi Arabia. GPS 18.272086, 42.805935. 6 Unidentified Lightning on display in a small air park just inside the main gate of King Faisal Air Base in Tabuk, Saudi Arabia. GPS 28.380036, 36.605270. South Africa, edit. Stored or under restoration. 1 ZuBBD, former XS452, Lightning T.5 based at Cape Town under restoration to fly. 2 ZuBEW, former XR773, Lightning F.6 stored in Cape Town under restoration to fly. 3 Zubay, former XP693, Lightning F.6 stored in Cape Town under restoration to fly. United Kingdom, edit. On display. 1 WG760, the first prototype P.1 at the Royal Air Force Museum Midlands, England. 2WG763. The second prototype P.1 at the Museum of Science and Industry, Manchester, England. 3XG329P1B/Lightning F.1 pre-production aircraft at the Norfolk and Suffolk Aviation Museum, Flixton, England. 4XG337P1B/Lightning F.1 pre-production aircraft at the Royal Air Force Museum, Midlands. 5XM135 Lightning F.1 at the Imperial War Museum, Duxford, flown by non-pilot Walter Holden. 6XM173 Lightning F.1 at Dyson Limited, on display in Staff Canteen, Malmesbury, Wiltshire. 7XM192 Lightning F.1 at Tattershall, Lincolnshire, England. 8XN726 Lightning F.2 a cockpit section at the Boscombe Down Aviation Collection, Old Sarum Airfield, Wiltshire. 9XN776 Lightning F.2 at the National Museum of Flight, East Fortune, Scotland. 10XP706 Lightning F.3 at South Yorkshire Aircraft Museum, Doncaster, England. 11XP745 Lightning F.3 at Vanguard Self-Storage, Bristol, England. 12XR713 Lightning F.3 owned by Lightning Preservation Group, Bruntingthorpe Aerodrome, Leicestershire. 13XR718 Lightning F.3 owned by Anthony Harker, Overdinsdale, Darlington, Durham. 14XR749 Lightning F.3 outside Score Group's integrated valve and gas turbine plant, Peterhead, Scotland. 15XS417 Lightning T.5 at the Newark Air Museum, Newark, England. 16. XS420 Lightning T.5 on loan to the Farnborough Air Sciences Trust, Farnborough, England. 17 XS456 Lightning T.5 at the Skegness Water Leisure Park, Lincolnshire. 18 XS458 Lightning T.5 is in taxiable condition at Cranfield Airport, Bedfordshire, England. 19 XS459 Lightning T.5 at the Fenland and West Norfolk Aviation Museum, Wisbech, England. 20 XR753 Lightning F.6 at RAF Coningsby, Lincolnshire. 21 XR755 Lightning F.6 near Corlington, Cornwall. 22 XR728 Lightning F.6 with LPG, in taxiable condition at Bruntingthorpe Aerodrome, Leicestershire, England. 23 XR770 Lightning F.6 at RAF Manston Museum, Kent, England. 24 XR771 Lightning F.6 at the Midland Air Museum, Coventry, England. 25. XS897 Lightning F.6, painted as F.3 XP765, at RAF Coningsby, Lincolnshire. 26 XS903 Lightning F.6 at the Yorkshire Air Museum, Elvington, England. 27 XS904 Lightning F.6 with LPG, in taxiable condition at Bruntingthorpe Aerodrome, Leicestershire, England. 28 XS919 Lightning F.6 at Henstridge Airfield, Somerset, England. 29 XS925 Lightning F.6 stand mounted at Castle Motors on the A38 near Liskeard, Cornwall, England. 30 XS928 Lightning F.6 at Wharton Aerodrome, Lancashire. 31 XS936 Lightning F.6 at the Royal Air Force Museum, London, England. 32 ZF578 Lightning F.53 as XR753 at the Tangmere Military Aviation Museum, Tangmere, England. 33. ZF579 Lightning F.53 in taxiable condition at Gatwick Aviation Museum, Charlwood, near Gatwick Airport, England. 34 ZF580/XR768 Lightning F.53 at Cornwall Aviation Heritage Centre, Newquay Airport, Cornwall, England. 35 ZF583 Lightning F.53 at the Solway Aviation Museum, Carlisle Airport, Cumbria, England. 36 ZF584 Lightning F.53 at the Dumfries and Galloway Aviation Museum, Dumfries, Scotland. 37 ZF588 Lightning F.53 at the East Midlands Aero Park, Castle Dornington, Derbyshire. 38 ZF592 Lightning F.53 as 53686 at the City of Norwich Aviation Museum, Norwich, England. 39 ZF594 Lightning F.53 painted as XS933 at the North East Land, Sea and Air Museums, Sunderland, England. 40 ZF598 Lightning T.55 as 55713 at the Midland Air Museum, Coventry, England. 41 XL629 Lightning T.4 inside the main gate at Mod Boscombe Down, Wiltshire, England. Stored or under restoration. 1 XM172 Lightning F.1 in a private collection at Spark Bridge, Cumbria. 2 XS416 Lightning T.5 in a private collection at New York, Lincolnshire. 3 XR724 Lightning F.6 is in taxiable condition at the former RAF Binebrook, Lincolnshire. 4 XR725 Lightning F.6 in a private collection at Binebrook, Lincolnshire. 5 ZF581 Lightning F.53 under restoration at the Bentwaters Cold War Museum, Suffolk, England. United States, edit. On display. 1 ZF593 Lightning F.53 painted in 5 squadron camouflage colors, on display at Pima Air and Space Museum in Tucson, Arizona. 2 ZF597 Lightning T.55 painted in RAF markings, on display at Olympic Flight Museum in Olympia, Washington. Around 2009/2010, the aircraft had moved from the Olympic Flight Museum, possibly to Stennis, Mississippi, where it was stripped for parts to help get XS422 back in the air. Not much of ZF597 was seen until the cockpit appeared on eBay in May 2019. It is unknown as to where the nose section is now and what the future holds for it. Stored or under restoration. 1 XS422 Lightning T.5 painted in RAF markings, under restoration to fly at Stennis International Airport, in Hancock County, Mississippi. Owned by the Anglo-American Lightning Organization, who also own the cockpit of ZF595, which is being used as a parts donor for XS422. Specifications: Lightning F.6, edit. Data from pilot's notes and operating data manual for Lightning F.6, unless otherwise noted. General characteristics. 1 crew, 1. 2 length, 55 feet 3 in, 16.84 m. 3 wingspan, 34 feet 10 in, 10.62 m. 4 height, 19 feet 7 in, 5.97 m. 5 wing area, 474.5 square feet, 44.08 m. 6 empty weight, 31,068 pound, 14,092 kilograms, with armament and no fuel. 7 gross weight, 41,076 pound, 18,632 kilograms, with 2 red top missiles, cannon, ammunition, and internal fuel. 8 max takeoff weight, 45,750 pound, 20,752 kilograms. 9 power plant, 2 Rolls-Royce Avon 301R afterburning engines, 12,690 lbf, 56.4 kN, thrust each dry, 16,360 lbf, 72.8 kN, with afterburner. Performance: 1 maximum speed, Mach 2.27, 1,500 miles per hour and at 40,000 feet. 2 range, 738 mi, 849 mi, 1,367 kilometers. 3 combat range, 135 mi, 155 mi, 250 kilometers, supersonic intercept radius. 4 ferry range, 800 mi, 920 mi, 1,500 kilometers, internal fuel, 1,100 mi, 1,300 mi, 2,000 kilometers, with external tanks. 5 service ceiling, 60,000 feet, 18,000 m. 6 zoom ceiling, 70,000 feet, 21,000 m. 7 rate of climb, 20,000 foot /min, 100 m /s, sustained to 30,000 feet, 9,100 m, zoom climb 50,000 foot /min. 8 time to altitude, 2.8 minutes to 36,000 feet, 11,000 m. 9 wing loading, 76 pound /square feet, 370 kilogram /m, F.6 with red top missiles and a half fuel. 10 thrust /weight, 0.78, 1.03 empty. Armament: 1 guns, 2 30mm, 1.181 in, Aden cannon. 2 hard points, 2 forward fuselage, 2 over-wing pylon stations, with provisions to carry combinations of 1 missiles, 2 de Havilland Firestreak or 2 red top, missile, on fuselage. 2 other, 260 imp gal, 310 US gal, 1200 L, ferry tanks on wings. Notable appearances, edit. Main article, English Electric Lightning in Fiction. 1. The 1965 period comedy film Those Magnificent Men in Their Flying Machines set in 1910 ends with a flyover of 6 English electric lightnings. 2. British journalist and TV presenter Jeremy Clarkson borrowed a lightning, serial XM172, which was temporarily placed in his garden and documented on Clarkson's 2001 television series Speed. 3. In a 2010 episode of the BBC TV programme Wonders of the Solar System, Professor Brian Cox had a Lightning, XS451, with civil registration in South Africa climb to a very high altitude, allowing Cox to show the curvature of the Earth and the relative dimensions of the atmosphere. This aircraft crashed in November 2009, a month after the episode was filmed, when it developed mechanical problems during an air show at South Africa's AFB Overberg. See also, edit. 1. Holden's Lightning Flight, an inadvertent lightning flight by a non-pilot engineer. Related development. 1. Short SB.5. 2. Saunders Row SR.177. 3. CACCA-23. Aircraft of comparable role, configuration, and era. 1. Convair F-102 Delta Dagger, United States. 2. Convair F-106 Delta Dart, United States. 3. Dassault Mirage 3, France. 4. Lockheed F-104 Starfighter, United States. 5. Mikoyankovic MiG-21, Soviet Union. 6. Saab 35 Draken, Sweden. 7. Sukhoi Su-15, Soviet Union. Related lists. 1 list of accidents and incidents involving the English Electric Lightning. 2 list of aircraft of the Royal Air Force. 3 list of fighter aircraft. Notes, edit.